Today we're going to talk about one of my favorite subjects, pre-qualifying, pre-approval, and proof of funds before you go out house hunting. And we're going to do that right now. Okay, pre-qualification is the basic. You go to a loan officer and you tell them how much you made, what your income was, what your obligations are, what you think your credit score is, and they'll give you an idea of what kind of home, what dollar amount you can qualify for, given those things that you've told them verbally. They'll issue you a letter that says you're pre-qualified for this certain amount. I prefer to go the whole way to a pre-approval and get a pre-approval letter so that you'll know, they'll know, and I'll know the amount of the dollar amount of home you're looking for. Now they may tell you you're pre-approved for a house that's $500,000, but that's stretching your personal limits and willingness, and so you may say, well, let's not look over $450,000. And then if you say you're going to put a sizable down payment down, you need a proof of funds as well. You're going into a person's house and looking at it, and basically you're giving them hope that they have someone that can buy the house. And they're going to want to make sure that a real estate agent that's showing the house is going to have a qualified buyer. And it's not fair to yourself to go in your mind have this amount that you're willing to spend, but be unaware that that's not amount you're going to be capable of buying a house at. So you want to also be fair to yourself and true to yourself. If you can't afford your dream home, we're going to have to know that, and we don't want to go looking at places that get your hopes up. I feel more comfortable when I'm with a local lender where we can all sit down and go over everything and see where your comfort zone is and all. It's a lot easier when we can all sit down in the same office or we can all have a conversation together and find out what your limit is and what your not only what the limit is on paper, but what you're willing to go up to when you're looking for a house. That way I can help you stay in control of where you want to be. Sometimes the emotions of house hunting make you want to push your limits, and I can remind you that your limit is actually back a little bit lower than what we're looking at right now. When you go to a lender, a few of the things they're going to want is they're going to want current pay stubs, W-2 forms for the last 2 years. They're going to want they're going to want your whole tax returns, most likely for the last 2 years, bank statements. They're going to pull your credit. They're going to, of course, get your credit score, but they're going to pull your credit and see what your debts are, so they can see what the debt to income ratio is. The proof of funds and the pre-approval letter is going to be given to your real estate agent, so they'll be able to have that when you make an offer. And a lot of people say, hey man, I'm not going to give you any of that stuff until we make an offer. Well, let's just go look at houses. Well, we want to know if we're looking at houses that are in the range that you can afford. It's not, it's not like we're passing judgment or anything, but we are going into someone else's house and we are invading their privacy. Basically, I know they put their house on the market for sale and everything, but it's not like a car lot or a grocery store or something like that where you can walk in and just do whatever you want anytime you want, whether you can afford to be in a store or not. It's their castle, it's their home. So we want to make sure that it's going to be good to go. There's a reason for us to be in there. That's what we want to know. And the higher up you get over $1 million or even close to $1 million, $650,000. Their agent is going to require that before they let the house be shown. We're going to want to see that they're capable of buying it. I don't want to get someone's hopes up. I don't want to go into a $400,000 house when they can afford a $300,000 house maximum, and then they see all these things that they can get in a $400,000 house, and that's great. But the thing is you need to know where you should actually be looking. And if you don't like $300,000, we can all make a plan together how you're going to get up to being able to afford $400,000, which is cool. We've done that with people. We've waited a couple of years till they're in a position where they can buy a house in the price range that they want to, and we've helped them just mentally keep on track. This is where you want to be. Let's keep going. Let's keep going that direction, and then we go house shopping.